For the first time in generations, the first time in history since this country created food assistance security programs, it has failed to meet the needs of American citizens. It has failed in its promise to ensure that they would not go hungry. Over 40 million Americans woke up this morning without enough money to purchase groceries. As I speak to you right now, there are people who are going hungry, who will starve unless something is done. And no, it is not welfare moms, despite all of what the fake AIs and memes are saying out there. It's not people who are too lazy to work. In fact, over half of the people who are receiving SNAP benefits, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program benefits, are working. It's just they're working and living in a country where a living wage is not being paid. So they're working jobs and still needing assistance in order to eat and feed their families. So no, they're not lazy. They're not refusing to work. They're not so-called welfare moms. 40% of the people who are receiving the assistance are children. The disabled are receiving these benefits. The elderly are receiving these benefits. People who want to be able to do well in this country and want to be able to stand on their own, but need help, who have been injured, who have been laid off, are receiving these benefits. And I saw in my comments, as I've been posting about this for days and days since we've been walking up to this cliff that we're on right now, I saw people saying things like they need to get a job. They're not going to go one day and be hungry just from one day. It's going to all get worked out. The government will fund itself again. And I think how sad for you, how unfortunate that you are so fortunate it has you ignorant, that you have no idea what it's like to receive a certain amount of money in a month and make it work and make it stretch and get the groceries that you think you need to be able to feed yourself and your children, sometimes just your children and not yourself, in order to make it till the first of the next month. You have no idea what it's like for the first to come and for you to not have what you need, either for your check to be late or for your benefit to not show up. If that has never been your circumstance, you are truly, truly blessed. But I'm also sad for you because in the middle of all of your good fortune, you are so ignorant, so lacking eyes, ears, heart for the care of others that you have no idea what your neighbor is going through. You see, this is not something that just affects the poor. This is a circumstance that affects all of us. When farmers have a harvest that they can't move, when grocery stores can't continue to operate because they receive funds from people who are on government assistance, when people are suffering already and begin to act out due to the suffering, this is what it means for a community to be suffering and placed in turmoil, because whatever happens to the least of us is what's happening to us as well. Anybody with half a brain knows that when those who have the least are aided in doing better and working their way towards security and success, the entire country succeeds. Everybody does better when the least of us do better. This country used to know that and understand that. Part of being prosperous and being the best and wealthiest nation on earth was that nobody starved. Everybody had an education. Everybody had an opportunity. Everybody had access to health care, supposed to be. Those used to be things that we cared about here, but no more. And if you're one of those people who supported putting this madman in office and the hateful people surrounding him, I hope you know now they don't care about you at all. So what's next? 2 courts already, 2 federal judges have found that what the Trump administration is trying to do by refusing to use emergency funds set aside by Congress in order to cover SNAP benefit payments, 2 separate federal courts have found that that's unlawful. One judge has already ordered that SNAP benefits should not be delayed. But here we are today with the Trump administration doing nothing, with the president yesterday evening saying there's confusion and they're seeking clarification from the court before they move. They want to make sure that they're able to do what the court is telling them to do. Since when? Since when do they give a damn about whether what they want to do is breaking the law or not? You know better. You know they just don't care if we starve. They're not hungry. They've never been hungry. They don't know anything about being hungry. So for you to be hungry, for you to not be able to survive, never mind thrive, no, they're not concerned. So one judge has already said, you have to pay. They're not doing it. So as of today, they are in violation of that court order. The other judge, who also said it was unlawful in Boston, gave them until Monday, 2 days from now, the 3rd, in order to go to court on their own and say that they are going to at least provide partial payments for November. Will they do it? Who knows? But in the meantime, there are hundreds and hundreds of food banks across the country stepping up to stand in the gap. They are joined by corporations, individuals, food supply sources, restaurants who are making food available to those who are in need. Those resources are included in the caption here and in my stories on IG, on YouTube, on Facebook, wherever you follow me. This is where we are, America. This is where we are. To think you had another choice.
Thanks everyone for watching. Your support means the world to us. So make sure you hit the like button and you subscribe to our channel to make sure that you never ever miss a video. We're live every day, 10 a.m. Eastern time. We drop even more content at 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern. And if you want more Don Lemon Show content, we'd love for you to become a member of the Lemon community, where you will receive access to special community posts. You'll get exclusive content and members-only live shows. So head over to our channel page or click the join button on this video. Again, thank you for watching. We appreciate your love and your support, and we will see you next time.